Nos encontramos con parte de Metallica, Robert Trujillo. Hi, Robert, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Well, ellos están en Guadalajara por, bueno, el concierto en el sábado 3 de marzo. Welcome to our city. It's the first time, if I don't recall, that you're here in playing live.
Well, it is kind of. We played the Latin Music Awards probably about 2 years ago, and it was crazy. And that's when I knew I needed to come back here with the band and do a full show. So this is going to be a crazy night.
There's been like 7 years since you are in Metallica. How do you feel about the band? How much the band has grown in all these years, and you as a musician?
Um, I think we've just gotten better and better. We spent so much time touring and performing that we feel very comfortable. And now it's just like having fun up there. And now that we've also recorded an album and been creative together, it seems like the next record that we make, the next CD we make, is going to be, to me, possibly more exciting and powerful than the one we just did. And that's kind of where everything's at. It just feels right, and it feels like it's getting better and better. So I can't complain.
You have Rick Rubin as a producer. How much part did he took in the fact that the band comes back to the is it louder sound, to the heavier sound?
Rick was very, very important, and I'd have to say he was probably the most important person in terms of getting Lars and James to reunite with the past, and bring in that thrashy element back into the writing process. The other thing with Rick too is he was really it was important for him to get us to play with a live flavor, like write some songs that we can take to the stage and perform and have fun. So when we recorded the album, it was very much like a live performance. We're standing up, playing, recording, this way, and so we feel there's a lot of life to Death Magnetic, and he had a vision, and I think we helped him with that vision, and we also helped ourselves with a newer vision. So I think we're looking good for the next part of the journey with Rick, of course.
And also, you come back with a louder sound, and you come back with a lot of success because the album came back at #1 in a lot of countries, including Mexico.
Yeah, it's true. You just never know what's going to happen with your album, with your CD. You never know what the world's going to think of it, and we've been very fortunate in that our fans still care. After so many years, the Metallica fan base keeps growing. We see so many young people out there, and we see the older people out there, and everyone in between. So it's a great time to be making heavy metal in the world of Metallica because people still care about us.
Very, very big band, enormous band. Do you think that you still have a lot to learn in this musical road?
um, that's kind of more of a personal question. Me personally, I feel that there's always much to learn. I found myself when we went to record Death Magnetic, I felt like I was learning again. Learning how to play the bass again, learning how to perform again, because on stage it's not so easy to playing this type of music, and it's not so easy playing the songs from Death Magnetic. There are a lot of challenges, and I love that. I love great challenges, and I've had to kind of retrain my fingers because the music is very active, and so I feel that there's always room for improvement, and there's always new ideas that we can bring into the mix.
And can you tell me about the experience of being inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the whole reunion on the stage?
It was great. For me to be a part of such a wonderful experience, and to have a piece of the history of Metallica, to play a role in the history of Metallica, is an honor. Because obviously Metallica has been around for so many years, and there's been so many different phases of the band, with Cliff Burton and Jason and even Bob Rock. So for me to be a part of that lineage is very special. And the scary thing is it's not like Metallica has been accepted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and is honored, but it's like we're still going. So it's great to get it out of the way now.
And I know that in 2007 you did a cover for a tribute album for Ennio Morricone. How did that collaboration come about?
Sometimes we get asked to do certain things, and at the time, they asked us to come up with a Metallica version of a song that has a lot of historical meaning to the band, and it just seemed like we have to do this. We have to do this. So Lars and James and Kurt, well, actually it was Lars and James and myself. We just took a few days and tried to do the best we could, and hopefully we did a good job.
Before in Metallica, you had a lot of very extensive, very interesting. You've been in very interesting bands, and at this moment of your life, how do you feel about this whole traveling through different bands, through different music?
I feel very fortunate and blessed because I feel like I've played with, like in the world of rock, hard rock and heavy metal. I've been very, very lucky to have shared the stage and created with, Jerry Cantrell and Mike Muir and Rocky George and from Suicidal Tendencies, and of course Ozzy Osbourne. It's like a dream for me. I mean, I was playing Black Sabbath songs and Ozzy Osbourne songs when I was 18 years old, 17 years old, in backyard parties and for a bunch of drunk friends of mine, and then all of a sudden I'm on stage with him playing Iron Man and Sweet Leaf, War Pigs, all this. So it's kind of a dream for me, to go through this, but it's also been a great learning experience. Everything that I've done in my career and still doing, till this day with Metallica, trying to bring my input into a band like Metallica is a great challenge and a great honor. So I feel very fortunate. And like I said before, can never stop trying to become better as a musician, as a creative person. I'm learning all the time. I'm even trying to get my piano chops going so I can write more, expand my writing technique.
And talking about sharing the stage, I've heard a rumor that in the United States you would like to do a tour with another three very important thrash metal bands. Is that rumor kind of truth?
Yeah. You're talking about the Four Horsemen, of course. I hope so. I hope you're talking about them. You might be talking about something else that I don't know about. No, I mean it's a great. It's going to be a great time. About a year ago, I was hanging out with Kerry King, and we were having dinner, and it seemed like it was something that he was into doing, something that I was definitely into doing. See, what it is, it's not me, of course. It's like you have to get these other people who are very strong personalities and strong-willed to think it's a great idea, and everybody thought it was a great idea. And James actually, he got started to get excited about it and kind of initiated the task of contacting people and seeing if this could happen again, because the Metallica has played with these different bands, but not at the same time. So this is going to be a first time that all four bands are together. So it's great.
That's a very good idea. Well, thanks for your time and for the interview. Is there anything that you want to add? Some messages for the fans?
Again, it's great to be back in Mexico. We're here in Guadalajara, and then we're in Monterrey. Day after tomorrow. Monterrey is actually the birthplace of my grandfather, so I have family there. I have family here.